Welcome back to Local 4 Midday. I'm joined now by Professor of Psychology and Director of Behavioral Health Education Center of Nebraska, Dr. Krista Fritson. Krista, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well. Thanks for continuing to promote mental wellness and understanding of behavioral health.
And we are going to talk about some mental health. There's 4Ds. So what are these 4Ds of mental health?
Well, the 4Ds is a commonly accepted formulation of how we understand what's potentially problematic in a person's world. So if you think of people's thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, the 4Ds are kind of a little screening tool we can use. Their distress, dysfunction, deviance, and danger. And we can kind of look at if a person is at either extreme of any of those, could that be maybe that there's a problem with one's thoughts, feelings, or behaviors that may be leading to a psychological issue or just some discomfort for that person.
So you kind of touched on why it's important to focus on these 4Ds, but just to maybe dive in a little deeper. Why are they just so important? Especially, you have some words like danger and dysfunction.
Right. Well, dysfunction really is referring to the notion that a person's life is not going well. So maybe they're unable to maintain relationships, be involved in work, have success in school, whatever daily life is happening. Sometimes that might be turning to substances and those kinds of things. Dysfunction is a huge one because really, if a person is experiencing dysfunction, then it's really good evidence that something needs to change, whether that's related to thoughts, feelings, or behaviors for that individual. And of course, danger is probably the most important one because whenever danger is evident, then we need to intervene. We need to do something to help support someone from a psychological or even a medical perspective. So we need to do something. So those are perhaps two of the very critical components. But when we talk about distress, if a person is experiencing emotional distress, it's super important too. It doesn't mean that their life has to be in ruins, but if they're emotionally distraught, then we need to explore what might be going on to positively impact that so they can function better. And likewise, when we talk about deviance, it's a little bit a curvy one because what is deviant? It's really something that's different than the norm for a particular situation. So that one gets a little bit dicey or confusing sometimes, but it's really a recipe. There is no recipe. It's a combination of any of those four that can result in the need for looking into whether there's a real, maybe a disorder or just some need for intervention.
And real quick before you go, there's a volleyball tournament coming up that's dealing with mental health and support and fundraising for mental health. Well, tell me about that.
Yes, the Central Nebraska Local Outreach for Suicide Survivors basically is an organization that helps to promote suicide awareness, but also support for individuals who have lost someone by suicide, who's died by suicide. And we have our annual tournament. It is coming up. I'm going to take a quick look at my notes. It is Saturday, August 26th at 8 a.m. down at the Big Apple here in Kearney, but we're still looking for individuals to put teams together. It's 4-on-4. You can have up to 6 or 8 people per team. And it's really, there's a free meal. There's just people who are touched by wanting to support mental wellness and want to support those who have lost someone to suicide. Or if you've lost someone to suicide, you can get a team together. It's a real positive environment with people who have experienced similar kinds of situations.
Sounds like a great time. Krista, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you. Have a good day.